Yeah, yeah. Set it off, set it up. You on the front line, prone and you're getting crushed. We need to bust, mind blow when they take a rush. About to tell your bloodline cold when we interrupt.
Alright, my beloved INM BB viewers. We are here in Anguilla because INM BBTV is international now. And right with me here I have the reigning Mr. Anguilla, so state your name, son, for them.
My name is Jishan Clark and I am Mr. Anguilla.
There you go, you heard him yourself. Now tell me, before becoming Mr. Anguilla, I've known this young guy, I've seen him for the first time actually in the CAC in 2010, where he performed pretty well because he went to the top 6. And how did you place in that 2010?
I came out 6th because I was the smallest and I was new to the stage as well. That was my first time, never been anywhere else competing.
Indeed.
Exactly, and I was the best in the junior at the time. I did not get to compete in our qualifiers, so I was already qualified. So
good, lucky man.
Exactly. So they picked me over the other 3 guys because their conditioning was a bit off, and that's how I get to go to Aruba.
And you still placed in top 6 too, so they really had good confidence in you and they made the good choice.
Yes, well, we had a little bit of quarrel because the president wanted me to go, and the other board members said, well, because I did not compete then, therefore, you know, it was not...
It may not look fair for others.
Exactly, but I still went out and I did my best and I made it to the top 6, and that was good. Okay. My position was 6, because I was the smallest, I was new, but I had fun then. I was frightened.
That's I remember. So was I back at that day. So was I. But so tell us, how did you choose to do this sport actually? Because this sport is, some people don't even consider it a sport.
Exactly. Well, especially in Anguilla, they don't consider it as a sport, but you know, we trying to bring it out there that it is a sport, and we trying to make it grow. So that's why we just like to do different competitions, different fundraisers, you know, to get out there. But I am an Anguillian, but my mom is from Dominica.
I see.
So therefore, when I used to go back and forth, my uncles and my grandfather, them used to be in it. So when I saw the big trophy that they had, I said, wow, that's a big guy. So then I decided, okay, I would like to see what it is about. But then because Dominica is so far apart, you have to go so far to travel to go to the gym. We was living in the countryside. I decided, well, I cannot go to gym.
Yeah.
So I just did a little push-ups at my home, little pull-ups, but I was still a small guy until I came to Anguilla. And therefore my coach at that time was Mr. Joseph Pradel. We are going to meet him shortly. He's right now the president of the Bodybuilding Association of Anguilla. And he saw me on the road walking to school one day because I missed the bus. Thank God I had missed the bus.
Yes, exactly. Nothing happened for nothing, son.
Exactly. And then he saw me walking because I was an athlete in school. I used to do long distance, so I think that's where I probably got my legs from. So because it was really tough to practice and train for a long distance run, was very gruesome. Yeah. So then he spoke to me about gymming and bodybuilding, and he said, well, if I come under him and train at his gym, everything would be for free, and he would help me to start out. So I said, no problem. I said, but there's one problem, the parents.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah.
Need permission.
So I asked the parents, and the parents said, why not? Once you stay out of trouble, that was the idea. So I get started.
So far so good, we see.
So far so good, and still trying to get better.
That's good, because that's what we always do. We try to do as bodybuilders. We try to fix our physique to the perfection, always looking for that perfection. And how has it been going for you in the life of bodybuilding lately?
Well, it's been up and down because in Anguilla it's really tough, you know. Especially like a lot of people try to look out for themselves and they don't look for others. When I say that, I mean like they more mainly focus on their self and their dreams and try to achieve for themselves, you know.
Yeah.
So like helping out the fellow brother is kind of lacking.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be, but you know, seeing that Anguilla is so small, but that's it.
It is what it is.
Exactly. So it's been tough. So I've just been trying my best, walking at the gym. The main problem for me now is the food, the dieting. But
why is that a problem?
Because no money to get the food.
Oh, okay.
So that's
which actually bodybuilding consists mainly of the dieting more than the actual training itself.
Exactly. So that's where the problem is, because where I want to see myself and where Mr. Antonio said that I can reach it's hard because of financial strains, you know.
Okay.
So
well,
that's
most of
what
us
it
we start that way with
Exactly.
the financial issue, but as we push through, we still sometimes manage to get there, or we can find an angel along the way who can still give us
Exactly.
a helping hand and stuff like that.
Exactly.
Now, tell us a little bit about last year exactly. Then we come up to 2014, but let's start with 2013. How did that year go for you?
Well, that year was, I would say, was my most successful because we had an invitational, a La Severine invitational, which the president hold. Where the St. Martin guys came over. I won that, not to brag.
So which competition was that?
La Severine Invitational.
La Severine invitation. Okay.
Yes, that was in April. So I'm not too sure if we haven't won this April, but last April we did have one where the St. Martin guys, French and Dutch, came down, and I won that, and I was shocked. But I wasn't that shocked because all of us wasn't really to our best. We was focusing on the St. Martin, then the CAC.
Yeah.
See, so all of us was big, but I came in a little ripper than the other guys. So that's how I had the edge, because I normally rip, you know.
Yeah.
So, and then we had our qualifiers in July, and then I was the defending Mr. Anguilla, and unfortunately,
You said defending, meaning that you have this title for how long?
2 years.
Okay.
2 years. my
Continue.
friend. So, I went in, I tried my best, and again, as I was speaking to you earlier, I was a bit smooth, but I was still ripped in the smoothness because my focus was trying to get into CAC.
Yeah.
So I came out on top. So right now I am the reigning champion again. And then we went over to St. Martin in international. Yes. And there I went in the junior division, also into the lightweights, and I also became victorious there in both categories.
Wow.
So that was nice. And then my friend Liam Busu, he's from St. Martin bodybuilding. So he told me about Antonio.
Okay.
What's the name of the
INM? Incredible Nutrition and More.
Nice. And so he told me about it, and then since then I've been under Mr. Antonio.
I see.
And I call him coach, you know, respect.
Yeah. We all do.
Exactly, because he's a good man, you know, and he know what he does. And I tell everyone, especially in Anguilla, who I tell them to go to, he's very good.
Okay.
So since I went up under him, we was training for, when I came to him, we had 5 weeks out of Santo Domingo show. So I decided, okay, I need a little push because I want to go into this thing, you know, ready, and you know, really ready. Because in 2010 I did it, I came 6th, I wasn't ready, but I was good. So I say, well, and the other past years I didn't get to go because of my document situation. I was trying to get a special passport that Anguilla offers. That's the UK passport.
Yeah.
So I just say, okay, let me get that, and then after I will.
And actually, it did you good anyway to set out that CAC.
Exactly. It opened my eyes. It made me know what to do, what the judge is looking for, you know, and even stage encouragement and courage and stuff. It helped me. So I went to Mr. Antonio, and we had 5 weeks, and he said, well, 5 weeks he could do this. I said, well, anything. I hear you there with me, you gotta push me, I come to you, and trust me, I was by him a lot.
Okay.
He was asking me why I don't live in St. Martin because how much times I come over to see him. So coming down, it was hard. I love to eat. So the first 3 weeks was good because he had me packing on some good food, some lovely food, you know?
Yeah, I know.
But then
when he start chopping them off,
when he start cutting them down, that was a tough part, you know?
most of the time.
But then he made me look good. That is the best I ever look in bodybuilding so far, and I appreciate it, and I am looking forward for that
again
this year.
So we now into this year. So tell us your plans about this year, because we're right now in January. We just started 2014. So what are your plans for this year?
Well, my plans is, I'm not too sure if we might have an April show, which is the La Severine Invitational again, but I'm not too sure if I might stick it out or if I might go, depending on my size. But still, because I was the reigning from last year, I might just go in, but not as in tip-top shape, you know?
Yeah.
But just to represent and be there for support. So I might go to that, and obviously there is also our qualifiers as well. So I'm gonna do qualifiers, and
The
then
Mr. Anguilla.
yes, I have to defend my title. And I'm not making them go take it just like that, you know? I have to be there.
Give him a fight. Give him a fight.
All the time.
Okay.
So, and then I will be doing CAC. And then it has a show called a Juniors Championship. So that's later down in November, somewhere October, November. Because this is my last year as a junior, I would like to try it.
Yeah.
Just to see
and
how.
where is this one junior show?
I'm not too sure at the moment, but it's somewhere in the States.
Somewhere in the States.
Yeah,
Okay.
it does held somewhere in Ohio, I think. I'm not too sure.
That would be your first time in the States, right?
Yes.
As competitor.
As competitor, yes. Yes.
Okay.
So I'm looking forward this year, by God's grace. You know, we always
Yes.
have to give him thanks, strength, encouragement. So I'm looking forward with it. And with Mr. Antonio help, I know he's gonna do great things, you know? So the nutrition is good, the dieting is good. It's just you gotta try to maintain and keep up at it.
So, again, some people think bodybuilding is not a sport. Now, is it a one-man show?
No, it's not. I won't say that, because since I became into the sport, I've been trying to encourage my fellow brothers. When I say my fellow brothers, guys around my same age, you know, try to invite them. And since I've been into it, last year we had a physique show, and that was the biggest physique show we had, because we started bringing in all the young fellas, you know, the young fellas from running, from cricket, from just training in the gym. And we stick out and we help them, like, you know, we give them little diets and tips, how to do this, how to do that. And they was always with us. Even like Vodin Kano, our pro bodybuilder in Anguilla, they used to go to him, and we had some good turnout. So this year now we're trying to look for the same thing. The same guy is gonna come in, but you know, when you see your fellow man, like let's say you is my friend and I see you competing, I might want to beat you because we are all in the gym.
Yeah.
So they're gonna push forward to come in, and that's it. So we're gonna try to make it grow.
But when you as a bodybuilder, you're working out, you're doing your stuff, you're dieting and everything, is it you alone who's always doing all that? There's nobody helping you around? Or is it only one man show?
No, it's
It takes
not.
one man to get that physique?
No. You know, as I said, there's a partner, there's always gymming buddies. Because sometimes I doesn't want to go gym.
Yeah, we know.
After
we all got that
work,
days.
hard day at work, you know, always on my feet because I work in the dental unit, a dental nurse. So it's very hard, you know, got to be running from surgery to surgery, and it's always tiring. So then when I get home, I call my partner sometimes and say, I don't think I can make it. Then, you know, he will, I wouldn't say cuss, but you know, he will drag me out of that stage and say, you know what, Juck your bottom down here, we got to do this thing, you know? So there's always encouragement from other guys, and especially when you go gym, it's a family. Bodybuilding is a family.
Indeed.
The gymming is a family, you know? So the gymmers always try to look out for you. If you're doing something wrong, even though you're into the sport a long time, he's doing something wrong, you encourage him and tell him, okay, I think you're doing it a little bit wrong. You know, you don't offend the person, but
Indeed.
you let him know that I see that something a little funny. Understand? So there's encouragement all over. So in terms of being a one man, I won't say that.
Yeah.
Because I look out, even though I'm gonna compete against you, I still tell you, if you come and ask for my opinion, I will ask you what you think about this meal, or you know, what you think about this workout, what you think will affect me, what you think will enhance my calves, you know,
Stuff like that.
it's stuff like that.
Okay. Now we hear also that you, as a reigning Mr. Anguilla,
Yeah,
you're a star here in Anguilla.
yeah, I'm a star, and also I am right now in Dancing with the Stars.
In Anguilla.
In Anguilla. That's a program, a dance group called FWD. They started it last year, but they had like an open. But this year they call it the sports edition, where the guys from cricket, like the most tip-top popular guy in cricket, basketball, bodybuilding, football, athletics, you know. So they took, there's 7 of us from different areas, and we had to pair up with one of the dance girls in the groups, and then we had to kick it off, start it off. But this month now we have a show on the 25th, and that is going to be our first knockout round. So we are going to do this for like 5 to 6 months, and then each month someone is going to get knocked out.
Okay.
Yeah. So
now,
I went into it because I say it could, you know, give me a little moves, so I could intertwine it with bodybuilding on stage, because when you got to do our own routine, I might do a little, you know.
Yeah, it helps your performance later on
exactly.
when you have to perform in the competitions.
Yeah.
And it also helps you as a exposure for yourself.
Exactly.
So you never know what might come along with it as being exposed out there as a star.
Exactly, my friend.
Now you heard it from them, Mr. Gijon. Full of surprises for this year, ready for this year, building the mass, coming in cut, calling you out too if you want to compete against them. So he's ready for you here in INM BBTV in Anguilla.
Yeah.